That's 0063 back for part 8 of Mega Man 11. Last time, part 7, we took on Impact Man. It was a fairly mixed bag. I took a couple of clumsy hits to Impact Man himself, or more accurately, I suppose, the independent pile driver body parts. I think that's what it was, of Impact Man during the stage, which was, not happy with at all. A couple of other hits, it seems par for the course. But I didn't actually get hit to the mid-boss, Pickman Digger, which usually causes me next to no end of problems. So that actually went by pretty well. And Impact Man himself, the Roadmaster fight, was okay. I took one very clumsy hit right at the beginning, which I'm rather disappointed at. Just failing to react in time to jump over his pile driver attack, which that was pretty awful. But after that, pretty flawless fight. Didn't take any more damage. That includes avoiding all his power gear attacks and whatnot. So, yeah. Impact Man is actually a really fun fight, one I really like. I feel like I've actually got that fight down pretty nicely, knowing how he's sort of going to all his kind of moves and how to kind of dodge them nicely. I don't really have that sort of sense on some of the Roadmasters. Obviously some of them I do, but not all of them. But Impact Man is one I do, so I like that fight. It's a good one. But anyway, moving on, we are almost done with the Roadmaster stages. 7 down, 1 to go, and last up is Tundra Man. Tundra Man's theme is my favourite in the game. When I was going back and when I was going through Fuse Man stage, I said that Block Man, Fuse Man, and an unyet played Roadmaster stage, but in this Let's Play, were easily my 3 favourites in the entire game. Tundra Man's theme was the one I was talking about. This is my favourite in the game by a country mile. I love this one. It's probably like second on my overall classic Mega Man Roadmaster theme music. I think Tornado Man from Mega Man 9 still takes top spot, but oh my god, I love this theme. It's awesome. Anyway, talk about the stage itself. As if you couldn't tell from what you've already seen, or indeed from Tundra Man's name, we've got the customary ice stage in a Mega Man game. So yay for that. We've got a lot of these snow falling snowflakes. Wow, slow falling snowflakes, which drop to the ground near vertically, very slowly or very slowly, and only take 1 hit to kill. So they're very non-threatening at the moment. They will become a bit more dangerous later on in the stage. We'll see why a bit later. But the other enemy to get introduced to is the Ice Bird, and you want to put a precedence more actually on, I would say, shooting the ice crystal or shards that it's holding rather than attacking the bird itself. If you're on the ground and it will drop the crystal or shard, it'll shatter on the ground, and that can be a little bit of a thing to deal with when there's lots of them around. It's not so bad when there's only one, and if it does drop it on the ground, it won't drop it on you, it will sort of drop it in front of you, and then the shattering crystal or shard, whatever, will come backwards, so it will hit you, so you want to sort of jump back a little bit to avoid that, but we'll probably see it later on in the stage. But believe me, put a precedent on shooting the ice crystal or shard more so than the birds. The birds are just out of range and you really don't need to worry about them at all, really. The crystals, you do. Okay, so let's muck about a little bit at the beginning of the screen there, taking out those 2 floating enemies. You've got a lot of room here, so it's not too bad. I like to stay on the left-hand side for the first off, move to the right-hand side. You've then got enough time to, I don't know why I'd rush to grab that. You've got enough time to take them out before they, once they floated down, before they coil up again and become unhittable for a brief moment. And you've still easily got enough time to have to, to be able to not need to really worry about the ice hopping enemy with the giant axe over here. Yeah, as long as you don't take too long with the 2 floating enemies, then yeah, you should easily have enough time to take out the giant hopping enemy. Right, so just going to wait for that spine to go past, because I don't fancy taking a really clumsy hit by trying to be too clever for my own good. Okay, so whoops, let's not press the wrong button. Shoot at the bottom of the ladder, don't press the jump button. So yeah, shoot once at the bottom of the ladder, shoot once at the top of the ladder, and you can take out those enemies. I didn't time that one at the top very well, so actually, I shot it when it was still kind of invincible. So, or so I had it shield up, so it shot at me. So I had to descend the ladder to avoid that. If you're better with your timing, you can obviously shoot that while it's actually hittable and before it shoots. But yeah, I did manage to pull that off. Oh well, it's not that hard to go back down the ladder and avoid its shot. When you jump over the spine on there, obviously get it over on the far right hand side, because you're going to want to jump over it and give yourself a bit of room so that you're not going to career into the spikes on the ceiling. And then when you toward this pit here, make sure you don't slide over it or run so fast that you careen into the spike wall on the left hand side. So I just went up there, I'll shut it again. Hopefully you can hear the siren that's blaring on that. I love that little detail on these spine enemies. Obviously they're the ones, as in any Mega Man game, they appear where they move faster when you're on the same horizontal level at them. I love that, and extra detail with the sirens. Like, oh, warning, warning, get out of there quickly. Okay. So a couple of ice bunnies. If you feel like you're in a bit of a pinch there and you don't want sort of closing in you quite so quickly, you can maybe hover around on the left-hand side of the screen a bit longer, fake them out to the left-hand side, and then slide over the right-hand side and deal with them there, because you're a bit more time. But it's not like they have massive health bars or anything like that. So yeah, I feel pretty confident that just going for it, I can take them out without having to worry about doing any of that setup. So the very non-threatening snowflake enemies yet again. But here is where they do become a bit more threatening, and here is the stage gimmick we get introduced to, the wind. So yeah, it's going to blow us in this case to the right-hand side, and yeah, you can take the top route there. I didn't want to bother taking the top route there because I think like the bolt's just not worth it with that bird around, particularly since I haven't taken any damage yet. Accidental perfect run, still a possibility. Not holding my breath, but still a possibility. But yeah, the wind will make those snowflake enemies a bit more dangerous. Obviously, before they were going slowly down near vertically. Now they're going much faster and a much more of a steep angle. So yeah, they can also be a bit more problematic if you're sort of on top of the screen, because they sort of come off obviously from the top of the screen, so they can catch you off guard. But they're still not that bad, and they still die in one hit. The wind, obviously, just being a stage gimmick, it's not so strong that you can't, obviously, sliding against it, but even just standard walking, it's not so strong that you can't not make progress. So yeah, it's going to be appear quite often on the stage, and we're going to have to deal with it. Just going to ignore you. I wish I could ignore you though, because this screen is a pain in the neck. This is good so far. Oh wow, okay, that felt ridiculously clumsy, and I wouldn't. That's not how I probably want to do that. But I think that's the first time I've actually got through that screen without taking damage. You've got 3 of those enemies that I described before, with the shield that then shoot at your laser at you and then home in on you. You've got 3 of them. The first time I actually played this game, I played this stage, I didn't even see them. They blend in really nicely with the walls and the floor, so they couldn't even see them. And there's so little room to work with. We'll see another screen coming up where there's like, you get ambushed by a couple of them, but you've got like a massive wide open area. Here you've got a low ceiling, there's 3 of them. One of them's already quite close to you on the left-hand side, and you've got that spine on the ground with such a low area where you can stand on it. Oh, that screen is awful. I might have to. I don't want to say I want to replicate that if I do go for perfect runs, but I might actually look back on that and see how I dodge that, because yeah, if I end up doing perfect runs, I need to come up with a strategy for this screen. This screen is probably the worst one in the stage in terms of getting through without taking damage. Alright, do not like that one at all. Anyway, moving on. If you position yourself at the top of the ladder here, you can shoot the Sniper Joe in the foot and be out of range of its shots, so I'd recommend doing that. Back out in the open again, some ice bunnies, and the wind in play again. So I'm just going to let the ice bunnies jump and then fall to the ground. I've easily got enough time to shoot them when they're on the ground and kill them, so rather than muck about trying to jump and shoot them, so I'm liable to miss when I do that. I'm just going to wait for them to land on the ground and then attack them. The wind obviously here blowing to the right, so take the upper path where you can if possible. Don't make a full jump on the top platform. Obviously you see there the spikes on the right hand wall at the top there will get you, but it's not like they come out of nowhere, so if you did make a full jump, you could in all likelihood, provided your reflexes are not terrible, fall back to the left and you should be absolutely fine. Okay, so coming up, wouldn't it be ironic if I got hit on this screen now? Okay, hopefully I'm not going to do that. No, good. But yeah, like I said there, I mean, admittedly there are 2 there, not 3. See if I can grab the bolt, why not? Not that I plan on using it, but yeah, there are 2, you get only 2 there, admittedly not 3, but look at the wide open space you've got to work in there to lure them around. Yeah, so much easier to get past that screen than the other screen. That one's awful. this one's absolutely fine. Anyway, that brings us to the mid-boss. Mecha Mammoth style. So, it is an ice mammoth on top of a platform. Its weak spot is the platform, so when its eyes are open, that's where you want to shoot at. Once we've got through a full cycle now, you can only really shoot it obviously when you're on the ground. I'll talk about his moves. So here we go. He'll spin round, so you want to avoid that. Don't get too close to that. As I say, shoot it when its eyes are open. He'll drop some icicles from the ceiling, so obviously make sure you're not directly under them initially. But then you want to get up and stand on them, because they'll have some ice shards coming down from the ceiling. Obviously avoid those. Wind in play, so be careful not to fall and not to slip off the icicle that you're standing on, or land on them on the floor. You'll get take damage again. And of course, with the wind, just be careful. His last little thing he does is once the wind's gone away, is he'll sort of rise up, tuck his body in, and then do a dash across the screen. So jump over it initially, slide under his second wave, and hopefully we can take him out now before we have to do another cycle. Good. I was always getting kind of nervous with that, and I find it quite a little bit difficult to position myself with the icicle sort of dropping from the the ice spikes dropping from the ceiling. And being positioned on the icicles, the giant ones on the floor, when the wind kicks in, it can be a little difficult to just position yourself there so you don't get hit by the ice spikes, or indeed if you're close to the mammoth himself, the mammoth. So yeah, I was a little bit nervous for that fight, but that actually went by really well. Cool. And just because I can, why the hell not? Let's avoid the health. So I'm not really going to stop to point out much of the background from now on, but yeah, I'd say just keep an eye on the detail when we're sort of like not out in the open in the sort of indoor areas. Yeah, just pay attention to the background. There's some really nice detail going on there. As we actually immediately exit into the open area. And as I say, take out the crystals as best you can there. More so than the birds. The birds are sort of like really too high up to hit normally kind of anyway. So yeah, shoot the crystals and yeah, you should be absolutely fine. So here we've got wind come into play again, and this time, as you can probably see, it's pushing us back to the left. So. Yay! Before we've had it obviously blowing to the right, now we've got it. Now we've got the blowing to the left to contend with. Can I pull this off? I can. Nice. So that's how you get that W tank. You can probably get it with or certainly you certainly can get it with a rush core, rush jet, and such like that. But I think it's kind of nice there to use the wind. Let's say since it's blowing to the left-hand side to your advantage, and yeah, it's a good way of getting that weapon stack. Moving on, and I'm just going to be sliding manically in the screen. Because there's a sneaky little sniper Joe that drops down there, but it could be a right pain in the neck to avoid or deal with. Because yeah, you've got low hanging, a ceiling with spikes on them, and yeah, dodging the attacks from that sniper Joe kind of problematic. I think you can slide under to protect the shots it shoots at you, but with a slippery floor, you can sort of momentum can kind of carry into another one before you cancel out the slide or something. So yeah, I just like to slide as soon as I enter that screen. If you keep manically sliding, you'll actually get through the screen before it even falls to the ground. So yeah, I'd certainly recommend doing that. Background detail. So this is just a sort of a spine kind of gauntlet screen. So yeah, I mean, it's not too tricky. You've obviously got that one giant enemy there, but it doesn't move across the screen or anything like that. So yeah, take that out and just be careful with the spines. You know how they all work now, and yeah, they're not too problematic on that screen. Okay, that's okay, I guess. That's okay as well, I suppose. And so's that. Cool. Wow, that went by amazingly well. That screen normally gives me a bit of trouble. I normally fall down a whole bunch of times as well there. A lot of those, again, floating enemies, if you do fall down, you scroll back on the screen. So, yeah, that can be a hell of a thing. But, yeah, if you take it slow, you know where they're coming from. It's not so bad. But, yeah, try and not to fall down as much as possible. Otherwise, of course, you'll reset the screen and scroll all back on. But, yeah, that can be a bit problematic. Okay, last screen. We'll wait for the wind to properly kick up, and then we'll make a move for it. So basically just jump whenever you get to the end of any ledge, and hopefully see if I can pull this off. Nice, got the E-tank and the extra life. I think that's the first time I've actually managed to pull that off. Nice. But yeah, just to pause in before the boss, I've got quite a few things to say before we get to the boss. This stage is laden with goodies. I don't know if you were sort of paying attention, but there were 2 extra lives there, an E-tank and a weapons tank. That is amazingly generous on the goodies front. Yeah, that's out of the way. Second thing I'm going to say is this boss I'm going to sort of deal with a little bit differently. I'm not actually going to attack him first off the bat. Really? Now you want to do that? Windows? Thank you. Let's just cancel that and get back to my train of thought. Thank you very much for that Windows pop-up. That was delightfully timed. Yeah, Tundra Man is a pretty much completely scripted fight. So it's scripted in two halves. So the first half of the fight is scripted in a certain way. Then once you're getting down to half health, he activates his speed gear, and from then on it's sort of scripted to a second phase. So what I want to do at the beginning of his first phase and then in his second phase is just not actually attack him and just talk through his cycle of moves, and yeah, we'll see how that works. But anyway, yeah, this is a really good fight. I really like this one. Here's Tundra Man.
Now start the music. You want to dance? Feel free.
He even said my favourite opening line. Fantastic. So he'll start off by dashing across the screen. He'll then do a slide and a hop. He'll then do a triple jump. He'll then do a double hop,
Look out!
and lastly he'll skate across the screen. So that's his pattern, and he will repeat that. He'll do a pose in the corner, and then he'll repeat that. So a dash, a slide and a hop, a triple jump, a double hop, and then a skate. You can only attack him when he's not got the sort of the kind of like barrier around him, or whatever, the protective kind of shield. So it's not too bad. He hasn't got it on for like a huge amount of time or anything like that. But obviously, just yeah, pay attention to that. You've only got a somewhat of a window to attack him. But yeah, he's really not so bad. We might even get into a second. Yes. So he's going to shimmer now and go into speed gear. On the shimmer, I want to jump, stay in the corner, and just jump over him. So I wasn't going to shoot there, was I? He then goes back to the corner, and now we're in second phase. So we get a slide and a hop. We then get a dash, and we then get a triple jump again. And then he'll do a pose, speed gear again, wait for the shimmer, jump again, and be away from the middle for his giant Tundra attack. And that is the boss. That's his cycle. Hopefully now we'll just concentrate on attacking, and hopefully he won't take any damage, and that will be fantastic. I love, by the way, his little speeches there when he's doing his kind of like dashing across the screen. That's really, really nice. I'm gonna have to dodge one more bleeding thing, I think. Lovely. And I think Boss Buster? What? That cannot be the first time I've... No, it can't be. What was... I'll have to look up what that was for. I've definitely been a Roman Master Buster only without taking damage, so I'm not sure what that achievement was for. However, unless I am much mistaken, I don't think I took a hit during that stage. How's that for an accidental perfect run, if I'm right? If I'm wrong, forgive me, but I do not recall taking a hit during that stage. An accidental perfect run on Tundra Man. You've got a new weapon, Thunderstorm. If I didn't do that and I just set myself up to be an idiot there, then I might apologize. Then yeah, that's going to be awful. But I don't recall taking a hit. I really don't. That's amazing. Anyway, Thunderstorm. Create a sub-zero blizzard around yourself, damaging any enemies. I cannot read that word. In ice. In ice? Yeah. Try it with the power gear active for a massive blizzard that covers the screen. So yeah, this is a kind. It sort of summons, as you see here, kind of like an ice kind of barrier, if you will. Yeah, so that's really nice. It's kind of wide as well. But when you activate power gear, holy crap, it's effectively a screen nuke. Which is obviously amazingly good in a pinch. That does obviously consume a lot of energy, but my goodness is it powerful. It is literally a screen nuke. It is amazing. And yeah, I mean, this weapon is actually one I do like. It's sort of because again, if I'm going to use a Roman Master weapon, it's sort of going to be because I'm feeling like I'm cornered, and basically it provides a massive shield around me, clears pretty much everything, destroys everything, and the screen nuke, obviously, if in a massive pinch, is just phenomenal as well. So yeah, really good weapon. I'm just still jazzed up after what I think was an accidental perfect run. Wow, I'm just blown away. In a stage where we just clearly win. Yeah. Anyway, I think we're done with this weapon demonstration, and with all 8 Roman Masters defeated, I'm pretty sure we're going to have a cutscene.
Otto, do you have any idea where Wily's gone to? He's totally vanished, Mega Buddy. Maybe he decided to turn tail and run. Huh? What is it, Otto? There's someone hijacking our signal. Could it be?
Indeed it could. My genius neither runs nor hides.
Wily!
Light than you, Mega Man. How dare you use my double gear system? Now you've crossed the line. I'll turn you into scrap myself. I'm at point E1685578. Come to my gear fortress. I'll be waiting for you.
Gear Fortress? That's all we needed. heading out, Dr. Light.
It's time to finish this. Good luck, Mega Man. It's up to you to stop Dr. Wily.
Yes, sir. You can do it, Mega Man!
Mega, be careful out there.
Okay.
We'll have to pick you up on that, Dr. Wily. I did not use your double gear system at any point in time, I think, during this game so far, other than weapon demonstrations. I think at least anyway. Did I? No, I used the speed gear in Blockman stage show something off, didn't I? My bad, doy. I did actually use. Yeah, okay, fine. My apologies, Dr. Wily. I did use the double gear system. Yeah. Anyway, obviously we're not going to be tackling the Wily Fortress stage now. We'll obviously save that for later. But let's do the customary thing for the last time. Obviously with the last Robot Master, we'll go to the extras section and get the bio for Tundra Man and see all his voice clips. My apologies, I completely actually forgot to pause for his death cry there. I was so blown away again by what I thought was an accidental program there that I forgot to pause to hear his death cry. My apologies, I have actually no idea what he said there. Oi. It's just so easy to do. We beat a Robot Master, particularly when we're doing a Let's Play. I want to comment on it immediately, but that's about probably the third or fourth time I've forgotten that there was a death cry that I wanted to get, but oh well. Tundra Man was designed for land development and exploration in polar climates. He found a new obsession? First time he saw a TV ice skating championship. Since then he has spent long years perfecting incredible ice skating techniques out on the polar ice flats. But since his audience is generally huskies, polar bears and seals, he doesn't get many reviews. Tundra Man had a tougher looking exterior when he was first sent to the North Pole, but he made some modifications to suit his graceful passion of ice skating. To him, the fact that his dazzling moves have been locked away at the North Pole and never witnessed is a crisis on the scale of global warming. Tundra Man eagerly awaits today when he can show the world his exquisite skills. I'd also like to point out that Tundra Man is probably my favourite Robot Master as well of the bunch. Not only has he got my favourite theme music or stage music, but I just love Tundra Man as a Robot Master. It's just it's a really good fight. I really enjoy it just generally anyway. And he's just got such a wonderful personality. Not that the others haven't, but there's just something about Tundra Man's personality that I just really like. Anyway, that was the bio. Let's hear all the clips.
It's showtime! Now, start the music. Trying to take my spotlight? You're skating on thin ice. I'm like a rose, frozen in ice. You want to dance? Feel freeze. Ah! Elegance! Ah! Dodge if you can. Look out! Perfection! Don't freeze up. Frosty! Slide! Ah! Faster! Wow! Cool! Sheer beauty! Speed here! Freeze right there! Don't blink! Bitter, heartless, gorgeous, ice! Cold, colder, freeze, and shatter! Ice, over, under, everywhere! A grand finale! Shatter! The last dance!
Okay, I might have said that Fuse Man was possibly had some of my favourite lines as well. I think he does as well, but oh my goodness, Tundra Man has he's got some fantastic opening ones there as well. The ending ones perhaps not all that, or not necessarily all that great, but his opening lines are fantastic, particularly his punny ones. And some of those ones in the middle there are just fantastic. I love his ones when he's he's dashing across the screen in speed gear mode. Those are fantastic. I just love Tundra Man. He's awesome. So anyway, yeah, we'll go back to the stage select screen and end things there. Yay! All 8 Robot Master stages are out of the way. Let's just put ourselves on Dr. Wily initially just to kick off next time around. Why the hell not? Yay! All 8 Robot Master stages out of the way. And yay! Next time we'll be taking on Dr. Wily's Gear Fortress. Hope you join me for that, but until then, cheerio!